That's when I stopped talking trash about British literature and just remembered that stories are beautiful and books are great.
But then there came a time later on.
Not much later on, I got out of grad school and I was so burned out. I was just exhausted and I had been reading intensely and I'd been reading academic literature. It's this intense learning experience and it was fun as all get out and I loved it. And reading very quickly moved from a place of enjoyment to a place where work happened. And now reading was work. And I started teaching. And so now when I'm reading, I should be reading the papers I'm supposed to be grading. Now reading makes me feel guilty for the things I'm not reading.
Oh, yeah. This is me the last 20 years as an editor. I read for a living. If I read the submissions, then I'm not reading the work I've contracted. If I'm reading the work I've contracted, I'm not reading to keep up on what's out there. And it's all work. It's not for my own enjoyment.
Right. I experienced this a couple different times in my life. 10 years later, I went back and I got a law degree. Now, if I thought that I was burned out from reading, doing graduate work in English, law degree was a whole nother level of hard reading and exhausting work. And I went on to do asylum and immigration law. So this was heavy stuff. I didn't want to read anymore because the biggest thing I had to do was get over the shame of not reading the way that I did when my life was radically different than it is now. And I say it that way because that's what I learned. Oh, of course my life is radically different. Reading has to be a different thing in my world.